Hey everyone. I decided to just read through these comments, and like just about everything else, I have not read or looked through um, all of this because I didn't even get to. I think I read maybe two sentences, and I realized it was a lot, and I know it took me a little bit. Thankfully, I had a couple people kind of lead me to this channel and to this comment section. Um, I didn't really watch the video. I was just mainly here for the comment section because I guess her mom was commenting. And I felt kind of bad um, getting comments from another channel. So I will say that I got it from Original Owl. It was under one of her videos. Um, so I just feel really bad. I feel like I need to tell people where I get things from. Um, so I did actually, literally, I just reached out to Gail, which is Leticia's mom. Um, I don't know. I didn't request to like follow her or anything, so I don't know if she's gonna actually see my message. I don't know. And I was kind of hesitant because I can tell they are a crazy family. Um, which really sucks. Um, anyways, I'm gonna try to hold off on my comments. I do believe she had a bad childhood, and I've said this so many times, where I feel like almost everybody had a bad childhood. Um, some, unfortunately, a lot worse than others. If you had a bad childhood, then there was probably something missing or something going on, or maybe it wasn't in your childhood whenever you had a traumatic experience. But I believe, unfortunately, I believe most of the things that she alleges is true with her family. Just because it does not, as disturbing as it is, it's really not that hard to believe. For one, because you could tell she's really mentally ill, and you can tell she has been screwed over. She has been traumatized. She has been neglected and abandoned and betrayed. And she never got the help for that. And I hate that. And it really hurts me to say this, but that's still not an excuse for her to act the way that she's acting. And it dang sure does not give her the excuse to do physical harm or verbally, threaten her baby. So, no way at all am I trying to say, oh, this is okay. She acts like this because of this. Hell no. I'm just saying, I believe her family. I believe her family. They had some crazy crap going on. And I think she may, kind of embellish a little bit. But anyways, I'm going to read the comments. I'm sure most of y'all already read them. But I know it took me a little bit to find it. And since I have been talking about it on my channel and it has been worrying me, I know, there are some people who don't like really care, or they're like, why are you, so worried about her, blah, blah, blah. I just can't. Like, my heart is way too big. It's different. Like, if she wasn't pregnant, yeah, it would suck. It would kind of be pretty much just like Heather. But since she is pregnant, I will do whatever I can to make sure that baby is okay. I don't know her from Adam, but I do not care. Whenever I was trying to see if anyone else had any other information, and it does aggravate me because I do know cops. I don't know at what extent. I don't know if it's just an average Joe, that you can track, but I do know you can track a phone with the location off, with the phone turned off. Yeah, you can do that. I mean, I'm not stupid. I don't understand if they only use that for like special high profile cases. I don't know, but it really bothers me because I don't look at this as a crazy chick, let me get her in trouble, or she has a warrant out, she should go turn herself in, she's crazy. I'm not looking at it like that. I'm looking at it as the baby. That's literally all I care about. Yeah, I want her to be healthy and happy, especially if the baby's, around. But that is my main goal, is the baby. And I wish the officers and the captain and the chief and every freaking body would think of it that way as well, too. And I pray that they do, because I made sure to put my 2 cents in about that. Because I don't even want to think about anything happening. But I swear, if something did happen, like, I'm not even, like, related to her, and I would want to rain down on them. Just because she had a warrant, she could be found. But it's not even about the warrant. It's because you need to locate her to make sure the baby's safe. Like, you shouldn't wait till it's too late. Okay, so now that I got all that out of the way, like I was trying to say, I didn't want to leave anyone out of the loop. And I know most of y'all probably have already seen these comments and read them. But I know a lot of people, they don't have, like, the time, or they don't know. So I want to make sure, since I have been covering her and we have been talking about it, I want everyone to kind of be on the same page and know what everybody else knows, if that makes sense. Let me get a sip of water. I hope this doesn't start to hurt my throat. I'm talking so much. Okay. I guess this has been confirmed to be her mom, which I do remember her calling her mom Gail. And you could just tell by the way that they talk. Okay, so she tagged the YouTube creator. Her mom, Gail, did. She said, please remember, Leticia, I'm saying her name right. Leticia is some poor woman's daughter, mine. No one is perfect. No family has every perfect individual, but can manage to survive somehow as a whole, which is what we have tried our best to do. Most of what she says is truth, to extents. We stopped trying to reason with her, added embellishments, because to defend ourselves would mean we would have to lower ourselves to doing basically what you and your viewers are doing. What? Oh gosh, it's gonna be so hard not to intervene. I don't know if I could read her whole comment without putting my 2 cents in. Y'all know how I am. So she pretty much right off the bat says most of what she's saying is the truth, to the extent. She just kind of like put her own. She may have added some stuff, so that's pretty terrifying. You know, the whole dad and the brothers. That really upsets me. Like, I really want to talk to this lady, but at the same time, I'm like, ooh. But did you know? Like, did you know this was going on? You had to have known this was going on. How could you not know this was going on? Especially if it was your husband and your sons. That's so disgusting, bro. Like, that is so disgusting. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Where do y'all live? What was it, Montana? Where the fuck do y'all live at? I mean, and I'm not even saying like the state, but it's like where. I'm trying, like, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Like, I just could not. I would never be able to wrap my head around any of these type cases because I know that it happens. I don't know if I don't know, bro. This is like some freaking like Dr. Phil lifetime shit, man. No, like Dr. Phil, because this is like real life. It's disgusting. I mean, I could see why she's messed up in the head. Could you imagine? But I just wish she would grow up to be one of those people, you know, like, what was it, Ohio, where there was, like, 3 hostages, like, the girls, like, remember, I don't know if y'all remember, but it was, like, years ago, there was, like, I think 3 girls, and they were hostages for years in this guy's house, like handcuffed, just treated poorly. They would get pregnant but then have like miscarriages, or I don't know, but I remember towards the end one got RAPED and got pregnant. And I will never forget the story because I am like was just so proud of her. She kept the baby and she took care of that baby. And whenever they were finally able to run away from the house and flee and be safe, she still took care of that baby. Like, I just wish she would have been like, I'm going to protect my kids. Like, I wish my parents protected me type situation, you know? I guess it's kind of like if one of your parents are an alcoholic, you either end up as an alcoholic yourself or you despise fucking alcohol. I don't even know if I want her to reach out to me because now that's all I'm thinking about. Okay, see, I'm horrible. I can't get very far at all before I have to put my 2 cents in. That just really aggravated me when she was like, it would mean we would have to lower ourselves to doing basically what you and your viewers are doing. how are we lowering ourselves? What? Lady, like, you shouldn't even, like, compare us. You are her mother. You need to, like, apologize and make amends and do what's right. We don't know her personally. We didn't do anything to her. Dang sure didn't let anything happen to her like that. Anyways, let's try. I will try. Oh, well, here we go. We try to smile when in actuality we are crying on the inside. Leticia was a large piece of our hearts. She is smart and she is loving and giving and was always the one who could make us laugh at the silliest things. She honestly did go through... I'm sorry, but what type of older lady spells through like that? Okay. She honestly did go through the cruelty of losing Tara. The doctors had her so damn messed up on psyche meds that she definitely was not herself for a long time. Before and after her husband had her sign divorce papers. He had the top-notch attorney in our town. I was there. He duped me as well. He said it was just in case things took a turn for the worse with her mental instability. He was the one in charge of her meds, and he signed her up for disability, which in turn helped his divorce case against her. I'm sorry. What do you mean he was in charge of her medicines? Was she in a conservatorship? Is this a Britney Spears claim? Like, I just can't. I'm sorry, but my mama would be like, I don't care if you're her husband or not, I'm her mama. I'm gonna rule over you, over anything and everything. It just doesn't make sense. Crazy. The crazy is showing. I mean, I don't know who this guy is, but it sounds like he knows what he's doing, you know. Sometimes if kids are involved, like, y'all know I'm a freaking mama bear. If kids are involved, sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty to make sure they're safe, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. The drugs prescribed by doctors who should be held accountable too killed her first, and the rest is history. I'm sorry, what? Okay. Her husband played his hand perfectly, and I am as much to blame because he duped me into believing him too, and I wasn't drugged. Leticia would be better served if you people would put in as much time and effort into finding a solution to the real problem as y'all do to be investigating, laughing at her expense, and hurting her even more. Skirt. Okay. Oh, mama, dearest. The real problem seems like it stemmed from her childhood. You were there whenever she was a child. You were supposed to protect her. So, you need to find a solution to help heal that inner child that is grown as an adult but mentally and emotionally has not. So that's what you need to do. None of us on YouTube or any social media platform can help her in that way. She needs help, and she needs you to acknowledge what you done. And I'm sorry, but I'm over here. I am not. Well, the other day I did need a good laugh, so I did laugh at her dance moves. But mine is the whole baby. Like, I'm just making sure the baby's okay. I don't know whatever. I mean, I guess maybe she's like a Heather thing, but mine instantly started because I was nervous for the baby. So that's my thing. Anyways, I was at the divorce hearing in her place. I can't. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't understand. Like, if her mom or herself did not like the way she was acting on those prescriptions, wouldn't you stop taking it? And you're talking about how she was like drugged. What is he like pushing it down her throat? I don't understand. Because most people, if they are taking medicine and they're like, oh, I don't like the way that made me feel, or oh, I don't like how I lashed out like that. Like, I don't know. Like, usually you're like, no, I'm not going to take that. I don't care who the hell it was. If I felt a certain type of way, and if I knew this is not good for me or anybody else for me to take this, I wouldn't take it. Like, and then her mental state was so bad that she couldn't go to the divorce hearing. Well, I'm sorry to say, but that right there tells you she should not have custody of the child. If she couldn't even go to the divorce hearing, that doesn't make any sense. I feel like even though I'm so confused and disgusted already, I would let her come on my channel to explain. I don't know if she would. Probably not, because she's probably ashamed of so much. But there's just so many questions. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I can kind of see where, I mean, I hate to say like mother, like daughter, but, and I'm not trying to be cruel, or it's just what she's saying. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, why? If her mental illness was so bad and the medication was making her worse, why would y'all let her continue to take the medication? Why would she continue to take the medication? I don't care if it was my husband telling me to take it or not. And evidently they're sitting here going through a divorce and she's still apparently taking it. That doesn't make any sense. And then it should be a red flag if it's her mental state was so bad she couldn't go to the divorce court. Believe me, I know divorce is hard as hell. But best believe I would show up, especially with kids involved. That's a huge ass red flag to me. Due to her mental, wait a second, I was about to take a sip of water. Due to her mental state at the time, I told her I thought it was best she not be present. Are you kidding me? I kick myself for my own stupid. Are you fucking kidding me? Why would you tell her that? I'm wondering if she's fucking traumatized too. Damn. This is crazy. How could you tell your daughter? My mom would never tell me, I know you're going through it and this is really hard for you right now. I think it's best if you're just not present to the hearing. Bullshit. Shoot. No. My mom would be like, okay, let's pray. We're going to pray. And then we're going to pray in the parking lot. And then we going to pray on the way. No. There's no way my mom would ever tell me not to go to something like that. I mean, this isn't like a... Okay, sorry. I love y'all so much. Like, the ones who are, like, down with me, y'all really get me. I don't know how people can read a freaking novel and not have anything to say. Because then I'll forget, you know? Because then I'll read it, and then I'm like, well, that was boring. And then I was like... I would have so much to say, but now I can't remember half the stuff I have to say. So, I appreciate everybody who understands how I am and who down with me, you know? I can't deal, like, I don't know. It's just how I am. And apparently most of y'all understand and y'all don't have problems with it. So I really appreciate that, because I've never really commentated on a huge ass comment thread before. But here we are. Okay. The attorney twisted words to say Brandon would have, well, what do you fucking know? Would have the rights to say when, where, how Leticia could see Tara as he sees fit. Well, of course, almost immediately he cut us off. Both of us. He had promised me as well many times that I, myself especially, could see her anytime I would like. Hasn't happened. Not even once. He does the same to me, ignores my pleas. He always had this way of speaking gently so you would believe him and go along. Okay, I gotta stop for a second. Yes, already. Okay. Again, I don't know him. I don't like his name already. But as a mom with 3 kids, going through divorce myself, I would do anything to make sure my kids are safe. That's it. Okay. Especially, I mean, I honestly do believe a child, I'm going to try not to get emotional, that children should have their mom and their dad. And it's so hard and it's so sad whenever you want your child to have that in their life. And it's so hard because the state is like, you know, the child needs a father, the child needs a mother. Yes, I agree. But the child also needs a healthy mother and a healthy father. Like, that's, and it's pretty telling that, I mean, it's pretty, I mean, from what I hear, I don't know, that, I mean, it's pretty hard for a dad to get full custody. So for him to get all of that, he had something. And I just wanted to point out that I remember in one of her videos, she was saying how her mom couldn't see the daughter, Tara, because of her own actions. And if you think about it, if you just, like, stop and, like, look back at it, can you really blame him? If he, especially, like, if you knew, like, he was probably had to become just cool, calm, and collected to really make sure he played his cards right. Not to be, like, evil or anything like that, but just to protect his child. And I don't really see that as being, like, sneaky. I think it's being a good parent. Sometimes you gotta really watch what you're doing to make sure you have the best outcome, because you know best. The judge ain't living with you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but the judge don't know everything, you know? So, I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on that. But Like, could you imagine how he was? Like, he's finally able. I don't know how she got so bad off. They say it was the prescription drugs, but if it was, I don't understand why she's still taking it. It doesn't make any sense. But he's finally getting his daughter away from the craziness. So, yeah, I'm sure he's gonna tell you whatever you want to hear until they're safe and they're out. And he probably wanted her to have a relationship with her mom and her grandma, but only if they were healthy and if they were safe and wasn't going to put her in harm's way. And I'm sure by what we have seen, they probably can't stop the crazy. You know, the bad crazy. So I'm sure he like slowly kind of just backed out of their lives. It's sad to say, but sometimes it's better to take family members out completely, than to let them come around whenever they want, or I don't know. But like I said, I don't know this guy. I don't like his name. I'm going to try not to hold that against him. But I'm just going to take it as a dad actually taking care of his child and protecting his child and doing what he needs to do. I don't think he needs to be like pushing drugs down her throat. But I don't think he did that. Because if that was the case, then she would finally stop once they were getting a divorce. And it doesn't seem like she did. I don't know. So it's like here in this comment, Miss Gale is saying how he just like never let her see the kid and, blah, blah, blah. But then her daughter, Leticia, says that it was her mom's fault. That she did something. Which, again, if you listen and remember everything about what she said about her past, would you want your child to go over to their grandma's house? The same grandma who let her own daughter, your daughter's mother, get RAPED and SA'd by the grandpa and uncles? Nah, bro. This is weird. Sorry, I'm going to need to take a sip of water. Ooh, she be talking. I wonder how long it took her to write this. It's probably taken me like an hour just to commentate it. Okay. Just to find out later he duped you again. Leticia used to be just like me. Oh, Lord. She believed. I would be fighting mad, too, under her circumstances. I tried to help, but I couldn't find the solution either. We searched relentlessly for resources. Yes, there are paper trails everywhere, somewhere. Just like she repeatedly says, it will take expensive legal counsel. We tried everything. Free legal services are not enough. It would take a specialist to dig through all the circumstantial behaviors and downfalls, but also positive evidence that we both tried. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I understand, like, the whole thing, because I would not count on, like, the state legal representative, representing me. I would definitely get an attorney, and that's definitely not cheap. But, I mean, you got to think about what are you fighting for? Is it worth it? Hells yes. So you're gonna pay for it. Um, I understand they're not able to. Um, I I would recommend trying to work as many freaking jobs and shifts as y'all can to make sure you come together as a family to get it done. If that's, how y'all want to sit here and pretend, because y'all seem to be going back and forth. Um, but even before all this, the whole fighting situation, he had to show solid proof for him to get 100% sole custody of that child. He would have had to have damning evidence against her. And all she really had to do was not let him have that evidence. Or there not be any evidence of that, where it's just, no, that's not the case. Like, it would be hard for a judge to give a father full custody unless he had a lot. And if he had a lot, then God, the proof is in the pudding. Okay. She truly has had reason that pushed her above and beyond normal insanity due to empty promises causing her mind to collapse after breaking her heart into pieces. I feel like they talk a lot too. As soon as I should talk about weed now. I can't. I guess as soon as we became accessible in this state, she was able to refuse all the lethal meds shoved in her face, and she started becoming healthier. That's fucking bullshit, bro. That is bullshit. Started losing all that weight and clearing her mind. She got better in some ways, but worse as it became more clear that it still wouldn't get her any closer to her child. In the meanwhile, she lost her pets. Really don't want to see that word. Her family. She lost her home, belongings, every last bit of what she had to comfort herself. Honestly, I cannot swear I could have made it as far as she has under the circumstances. All this being said, there might be some hope for her yet. What the fuck? I hope you would say that. That's your damn daughter. She did not terminate her rights as a mother. She was a great mother. She can be a great mother to her unborn child. A fancy, expensive attorney and twisted, vague words took everything from her. A great attorney could pick it apart and put it back to where it should have been all along before Leticia lost her hope in humanity. Before she said and done all these crazy things because she got sick and tired of being dumped on. No, the world does not owe her, but she could still be a success story if she ever might receive great legal counsel. Okay, stop. I gotta stop for a second. You, like, I like how she's, like, sticking up for her daughter, but, like, they, like, go back and forth on Facebook, with really nasty words, like, to each other. So, I just don't understand. Like, I feel like she needs to fix the relationship with her daughter, and they both need to go to counseling. This isn't just, oh, she needs a great attorney. No, like, she needs to be, like, focus on herself and, like, heal from her trauma. And you, as her mother, needs to be there for her, because you have caused a lot of the trauma, so you need to own up to it. I feel like they both don't own up to anything. Like, oh, yeah, no, all this would go away and would be fine if we just had what she's getting to, is if someone would just give us a great attorney. No. You need to fix yourself and find the root of the problem and heal yourself and be mentally healthy. And then you can go find an attorney and try to get your rights back. But that's not going to fix the problem. Is someone pay for your attorney and try to get... That would be a waste of time because you wouldn't get custody of your kid anyways because you're not healthy. And she could be a success story. Like, I really hope, like, yeah, you should never give up on your child. Why don't you freaking help her? My gosh. Like, actually, like, go deep and, like, apologize. Y'all heal from the past. This is crazy. Anyways, receiving that would give her hope again. She could start healing and save herself and baby. Y'all are just watching these scripts in anticipation that she give you a good show and ultimately destroy herself. That's actually the total opposite reason why I watch. I can tell you that for 100%. I watch for the totally opposite reason. I watch to make sure she does not destroy herself and the baby. So, let's not. She is someone's daughter, someone's sister, someone's mother. She was a good one. Bro, she's fucking pregnant right now. Like, she's, life is destroying her while y'all in the world are just watching it happen and waiting to yank yet another piece of her away upon his birth. What the... Life is not playing fair, and neither are you all. That makes it even sadder. Someone... I hope these people don't mind. I mean, I guess not, because, I mean, it's on a public platform. Someone said, hey, since you are her mom, allegedly, you pay for attorneys. You make a plan. Y'all are entitled. This is not the internet's responsibility because she makes terrible choices. So, save yourself some really insulting comments by feeling everyone owes her something they don't. Man, does anybody have jobs? E-begging is so unbecoming. Gail says, I don't have the funds, so I won't even try to answer your assumptions and complaints. Take it elsewhere. They said, okay, but you're crazy. You think anyone owes her or needs to sacrifice their money? She's a big girl, needs a big girl job. And what she spends on lavish food and pot would have gone a long way, lol. Girl ain't got no concept of a budget. And then someone says, geez, you and her both need to tuck in all that sense of the world owes you. 5150 her like a mother. If you are her mother, she's not the internet's child. We don't have to pay for her to prove a success story. Tell her to fill out some job apps. That's a success. Gail says, I have tried endless times and failed to get through to her. I have never felt entitled and worked hard for my whole life. She was definitely set that good example. What is 5150? 5150 people keep talking, or people keep mentioning. And then she said, I have never felt entitled and have worked hard my whole life. She was set that good example from us. Endless tries from me, but she remains defiant. She always was. That's what? So someone replied, that's fine, but when you blatantly say that everyone else needs to fund her, that's what's crazy. She comes across and spoiled and bitter. She talks of stealing from previous employers. She also says she will never do what needs... give me that. No, ma'am. Give me that. Thank you.
Why is that?
No, you have your water.
Why?
She also says she will never do what's needed to help herself, but she wants to live a nice lifestyle. She belittles and makes fun of the same hardworking people she tries to extort every day with her threats and seems to do as she is low on money. To your previous comments about a 5150 is a mental health warrant that allows a family member to petition the courts to have someone hospitalized. Gail says, I only ask for people not to be cruel. Cruelty fixes nothing. IMO.
Yeah.
Gail says, don't twist my damn words. I never blatantly nor otherwise asked for anyone to support her monetarily. I had hoped people would just be kinder and not make the situation worse than it already is. Killing with kindness has always been the better way, in my opinion. The apple did not fall from the tree with her. That's so freaking crazy that she just said that. And I just said that earlier. Well, dang. The apple did not fall far from the tree with her, but I can't fix anything. She's gotta wanna. Okay. And then Gail says, yes, I already did that. I did cancel the NCO and took her in for over a year when she was released from jail. Judge had ordered 1 year in rehab with the 5150 I signed, but the state couldn't find a bed for her, they claimed. I was in contact with all those higher-ups, but it never happened. In turn, HUD had promised me they wouldn't drop her assistance to get a new place because it wasn't her fault she wasn't in rehab, but higher-ups retracted it anyway and left her on the streets. No, I don't, no. That's, no, I don't, I can't. That's a lie. I stepped up. She left my home knowing she was on her own then. What happened within our family is in the past, and the rest of us moved forward in life and continued to strive for a better future. Care to elaborate, Miss Gail? I'm not a therapist, and I don't know how to fix her. Our love has been here, but it's not enough for her anymore. All I can say is that I'm sorry. I sure the hell don't choose to see her this way, and neither do the rest of us. P.S. Arkansas sucks within their so-called system. We've been through it all, and like Leticia says, there's no damn help. Jail alone fixed absolutely nothing. It took us months just to stabilize her after all the psyche meds they fed into her. It's the pregnancy that has set her off again. Bitch. Because she's been trying to get HUD again and even went to other states asking. If something would have been offered, I'm sure she wouldn't be tearing up the internet to the feeding frenzy it's becoming. She's responding now to the shark commenters out since going live and seeing the viciousness. It's just feeding her more darkness and she's pissed off. Okay. First and foremost, she can get a job. Maybe that would help her, like, mentally as well, you know, and just being, like, held accountable. But like she says, like, she doesn't want to pay taxes. She doesn't want to do this. She doesn't want to do that. She just wants to be a grifter. But yeah, like, get a job. And then, do you have it? One second, please. Don't put it right there, baby. It's gonna fall through. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, definitely get a job. I mean, if she had a job, as long as she's had her freaking YouTube channel, even if she had a job whenever she found out she was pregnant. Actually, she should have had a job before. She should have had a job before all this. She shouldn't have been a freaking cuddle buddy or being on Bumble looking for someone. She should have had a job. A real one. where she can save and know I can afford rent, I can afford food, I can afford lights, I can feel, like, I don't get it. Is the car that she's driving, is it paid for? I've been curious about that. Like, who bought it? Who paid it off? Does she have insurance? If so, I mean, probably not. But who pays for that if she does? She probably doesn't. Oh, and then the whole HUD situation, that, to what I am aware of, would have nothing to do with being, like, mentally unstable or being locked up or not being locked up, like in a psych ward or anything like that. And really, the only thing she had to do was, I mean, I'm sure most of them have a freaking wait list, and all you have to do is just sit on the wait list and have a job. And while you're on the wait list, freaking get a job and save your money. And then bada bing, bada boom. One day you'll get the freaking phone call and it will help you find a place for you to live. But I'm sure something else happened. I really don't believe she got on a wait list and they bumped her off. And it's been this long and she never got back on. I don't believe that at all. Especially in 2 different states. Yeah, the apple does not fall far from the tree. Someone says she doesn't want to fix anything. She wants it fixed for her. I don't help or feel sorry for anyone who refuses to help theirself. She is really the most bitter, entitled person I have encountered, and I wouldn't give her a penny or kindness. Her demeanor, her emotional extortion is horrendous. Instead of listening to you, she demeans you every opportunity you get, guessing because you won't play her mind games and give in to her every whim. But her freeloading is inexcusable. Her bad choices are not everyone else's problems and don't need cleaned up by strangers. She is gonna have to figure this one out on her own. I'm so sorry, but I don't understand why there has not been a comment about she's trying to off your grandbaby. She's trying to off her own baby. How come no one has brought that up yet? This was 12 days ago. Everybody knows what she's been saying in her videos and what she's threatening to do and saying that she's going to do. How come this has not been brought up yet? I really pray someone brings this up to this chick. It's so weird is how she's like typing and wording things. Now I can understand how, like, they kind of talk alike, but like the way that she spells things, it's weird. Then she said, and she's cruel, very. She's trying to ruin an innocent man. Look, y'all, why isn't nobody talking about the baby? She's trying to ruin an innocent man's life because she premeditated her current situation after having multiple relationships in 4-week time. I'm sorry, that does not deserve sympathy. She is arrogant and selfish, but you see that. She clearly doesn't like rules, has zero respect for any type of authority. All of those programs are riddled with the very rules she refuses to comply with. She could go check herself into a hospital anywhere, but at the same time, she can't smoke illegal substances, and it is full aware. Her criminal record will make it hard to get HUD, but then again, she made the choice to have a record. At some point, everyone has to stop blaming the system. She has accountability here. I'm going to lose my mind if no one brings up the baby. Why do I feel like I'm the only one That's like my main concern. I don't give a crap. I mean, I'm sorry. I do wish health, hope, happiness, and you know, get your life right by God. Be happy, do good, do better, whatever. But that's like my number one main concern is the baby, and everybody else is just like ignoring it. The trollers, Gail says, the trollers keep blaming me and the way I raised her. Okay, so first of all, I guess this is like a guilty conscience because no one even brought that up. Okay, the trollers keep blaming me and the way I raised her. I was the first to be appalled, but since she is my daughter, I was the one who had to be stronger than her and try to help. She went off kilter after losing her child, and the days, months, and years went by, and she was left without hope. My grandma taught us God helps those who help themselves, which I've always told my kids. I have no idea what is going to happen, but I left it in God's hands long ago after I couldn't get through any more suicide attempts. I swore to her I would never run to her rescue again, and I kept that promise. Yes, she tried one more time. She hated me for it, but then finally told me she loved me and forgave me because she knew I did it out of love, not spite. Now what? I'm the one should be trying to find awareness, I guess, but I do not have that type of demeanor to beg for anything except for peace. What the fudge, bro? Like, I don't know. She didn't tell us that she accepted your apology or you not coming. Y'all have a weird relationship. So someone said, I love this person's name. What did you say? What did you say? They said, and there were good reasons she lost her daughter and then failed to do what the court offered to be part of her life. She abused the child, countless animals, and I'm not blaming you, but I would say please keep in mind you get what you give, and she's given plenty of reasons to despise her. Can someone please bring up the baby? Gail said she will continue to feed on the negativity. It will no doubt end tragically, but I can't give her whatever it is she wants, and I especially can't handle the cruelty flung back at her when it makes her completely snap. And I will be the one forever broken at losing my child like this. I never wanted any of this. This is really sad. So, like, her mom's pretty much coming to terms that she's going to lose her child by, I don't know if I can say the word. It's like she knows her child is going to take her own life. And I feel like she knows that there's a big possibility that she will take her life and her baby's life. And she's not really too concerned or going crazy. It's like she's already expecting it. That's so horrible. Why in the world does it sound like someone is mowing their grass at 10 o'clock at night? Sorry. And then I'm curious, like, I know someone said the mom's like in Montana or something like that, and she was trying to get Leticia to come there. But why was Leticia not going there? Like, is this mom like that crazy? Which, I mean, I can understand. Is the mom still with the guy who essayed her? I don't know. So this person says, I think she's enjoying every minute of it or she would stop. She knows what she did and now she has to figure out how to turn the tables and play victim which she is not. That poor Jason is a victim, and that unborn baby. Finally, yes. That is the real number one top-notch victim right now. Gail says, I love you, go get in the bed.
Okay.
Gail said, that's just it. She was offered absolutely nothing, as my original post stated. It was left to her husband's discrepancy if and when Leticia could see the child. That's not what she's saying. Oh my gosh. Anyways, he just stopped cold turkey, and we didn't have the money to hire a lawyer. Tried through legal services, but they did not follow through with any attempt to call it back in front of a judge. Then she spiraled down. She was better here and there when she had the strength and gave up many times. Then tried again. Seeing her daughter again would change her humanity, switch, and patch her heartstrings. Attorneys want so much money up front to retain them, it's way out of our reaches. Again, I'm sorry, but if it is something so important, you would find a way to get that retainer fee. I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you broke as hell. I don't care if you don't have a damn job. You would get 10 of them if it was that important to you. If it was a priority to you, yes, you would. Again, I leave it in God's hands, but I know if I could come across the money for one, it's the first thing I do to fight for my rights. I'm already so tired of answering people prying. It's just straining my blood pressure and all the more breaking my heart. So then she writes again. She says that, and then she continues writing. I love you. Get in the bed. Like, why are you continuing to write after you just said that? It's like she had an idea. So she says, Gail says, I see GoFundMe's asking for crazier things than money for a good, hard-working attorney who could go back to the beginning and prove Leticia is capable of being in her daughter's presence, and she would also do right by this new innocent baby. See, that's what's aggravating me, is she knows that she... Okay, you I'm trying. I have to talk.
Why?
Because I'm working. I'm not getting paid, but I'm working. Okay.
Mommy!
Don't tell me to shh. You shh. Shh. Lay down. Do I need to take that away?
So high.
I know. I swear. I don't like how she said, and she would also do right by this new innocent baby. Okay, mommy's got this, okay? Calm down. I'm telling her to be quiet and to lay down, be quiet. So she has to tell me that. Yeah, I don't like how she says, and she would also do right by this new innocent baby. So therefore, she's pretty much saying that she knows she's not doing right by the baby. And then she says they're going to rip him away too due to her present frame of insanity, and then she's done for. I'll have death to deal with. This is so freaking horrible. Why are you sitting here doing this, saying this, if you're just expecting your child to do this to herself? I don't understand why people aren't gathering up, getting jobs, and saving money. Attorneys are a lot of money, but it's not impossible, especially if you have help, and especially if you have a freaking motive. I would work oh my gosh, nonstop if I couldn't afford it. Thank God. Oh. Anyways, okay. And then Gail says, and nobody will care that I lost my child in this way. I'll be bearing that cross by myself. People will just keep talking trash till the next basket case comes to light. People love a good, bad story, a sad story. I don't know, like, that's not me. I know some people do, but I don't know. I mean, I don't. That just irritates me because I don't get off on people who are threatening to off themselves and their baby. I take it very important. Like, I probably wouldn't even be covering her, especially not this hard, if she wasn't even pregnant. I'm just here for the baby. And then she continues, I didn't deserve this. Okay, see, accountability. What happened to her whenever she was a child? Like, she really, this is where they need to go. They need to go back in the past. They need to, like, go see a counselor and, like, go back in the past and just talk all about it and heal it, okay? I can't. I didn't deserve this. I never harmed anyone and have always been fair and good. I hope and pray it could turn around and be a success story. I will help however I can. Right now, how things are, though, I'm helpless too. I tried and tried and tried. So then someone says, I'm not prying. I'm just telling you the info that's been presented via court docs. There is a wait on legal aid, yes, but there would not have been a case if she had done the right thing. Her own admission of slap... Oh my God. I didn't know this.
Mama.
Okay.
Mommy.
Yes, baby. Mommy's trying to work right now, okay? I'm almost done, okay?
Okay.
Watch that or I'm going to turn it off. Are you going to watch Clifford the Big Red Dog?
Yeah.
Okay, well, watch it, okay?
Okay.
I don't even want to say this. Her own admission of slapping the baby, shoving her, setting her crib on fire. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay. I gotta keep going. And she did say she refused supervised visits and drug tests. No lawyer can fix that. But I see that she just doesn't want to be accountable for her actions. There's always an excuse, therefore no way to resolve. She just needs to accept it and move on. But since she has now tried to trap another man, she's added more innocent people to her circle of hell. You can only do what you can, but don't defend abuse. But don't defend abuse of your granddaughter and all the dog hoarding, nasty environment.
Yeah.
Gail says she is pulling the pity card, and if you genuinely think she would hurt herself, then you need to find her. Are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you, as her own mother, will not. So, okay, I'm sorry. So, is she trying to say that she wouldn't really hurt herself? But if she would hurt her baby, maybe she could be that type of person. She could be that type of person, and it wouldn't surprise me if she was that type of person who wants to get rid of the baby now, but actually, as a matter of fact, I remember her saying that in a video, that she thought about smashing her belly, but then she would just have a dead baby inside of her. It was so disturbing. So, you know what that meant? That just meant that she cared about herself. Not about what was going to happen or the poor baby. I can see, I'm not saying I don't believe she would ever off herself, but I can definitely see her being the type of person where she wants to off the baby, but she feels like she cannot do it until the baby's born because she doesn't want to harm herself or, inconvenience herself to go to the hospital. Thanks for sticking with me, y'all. I really hope most of y'all haven't read these comments because this is obviously my first time. And it's been a roller coaster. So anyway, she said she's pulling the pity card, and if you genuinely think she would hurt herself, then you need to find her. I would anything to keep my kids safe, even if it made them hate me. Yeah, okay. Is that how you were whenever she was growing up? Oh, okay, never mind. My bad. Sorry. What did you say? What did you say? That is what did you say? The other person said, she is pulling the pity card, and if you genuinely think she would hurt herself, then you need to find her. I would anything to keep my kids safe, even if it made them hate me. Okay. I got it. I got it. And then she said, I didn't say you hurt anyone. I said don't defend her bad choices and abusing everything left in her case. She clearly defied everything the courts asked, lawyer or not, and she could have worked and saved for an attorney if it was important. Thank you. Exactly. There really just aren't any excuses other than her thinking things are just supposed to be what she wants when she wants it. And when she does get to be responsible, you are still saying it's a public problem when it isn't. She makes a choice every day to use a substance illegally. She doesn't try to budget a penny for anything. Nobody wants to contribute to her shopping, expensive meal, and weed habit, and they should not have to. You are never going to hold her accountable for anything. She's your kid, but it certainly isn't doing her any favors. Things just don't fall in your lap, and the way she has treated that family, no wonder they avoid her like a plague. I like you. What did you say? Gail says, I don't have the means of traipsing around the countryside looking for her. Wow. Are you kidding me?
Mommy.
Like, what about, going through hell and high waters to do anything for, like, your child? Like, I don't get it. This is what's wrong, is they've had a dark, nasty, disturbing past, and she has not took any accountability for it. The mom and daughter have not really healed from it, and she's sitting here, which it's good. It's nice that she's like defending her, but at the same time, it's like you need to help her. It's weird. Anyway, my throat's hurting. I'm talking too much. Okay. Gail says, I don't have the means of traipsing around the countryside looking for her. She could be anywhere. Oh, get out of here. She went as far as our home area of Wisconsin about a month ago. The areas around our area of Arkansas. Gosh, sorry.
Mama. Dad. You're fine. You're fine, Mom. You're fine.
Yeah. I gotta do a part 2. I'm sorry.
Why?